planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need you.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready for 10 Lobo.
Mike, 44. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shoot. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23. Ready? 44 is the Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Hey, Delta.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. It's a party now. It's a party now. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Turner. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get in there. 48 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, under 10. 10.
Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
At the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Turner. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On first down, Turner. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Mike, 44. I'm on.
Ready?
On play action, Locke. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
80 weapon.
Alert 3. Hey, alert.
Hey, stand off. Cut. Now.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
14. Bengals, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Go. Check 3. Fair.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
You got it. Flare.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bengals nothing.
On the double.
Right there in the middle. 55. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
From the 25 on second down, Locke gets it off to Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third?
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 55. Mike 55. On the ball. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
He can't
Five.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
12.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
I'll go special.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. That's the pass.
One left.
Kill.
40.
Check. Watch that.
on second down. It's Turner, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 6-man.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the...
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They run. Devontae Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in prime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. To throw again on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Block now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it's going to be second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Get off the field.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
Hey, 0-0.
First down.
Jump.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down now. It's Turner, and he works free. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check 50.
1 left, 1 left. 12.
On first down, Turner. And strong running there, gets this up over the 15-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. He's checking. Crash.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Barrett. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Screen 80.
Man, I got you.
On first down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you. Switch.
Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Screen 80.
Check 48 to Mike.
Friday.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we going to Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming. Hey.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barrett. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on second down. Lock. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Lock now. Just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10.
Hey, high 7.
On first and 10, here's Lock. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Lock. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On first down, Lock. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 right at the 20. Lock now on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw again on second down. Lock. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
44, Mike, 44. Check pass.
Now Lock again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Hey, exit. 5.
Lock looks to throw it again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your child. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
49, Bengals 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Go. Go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Drew.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Rip right, rip right. Hey, check it up.
Clock now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught off a deflection. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 50.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check it back.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time, Locke will throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
5. You.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down. Block. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Again, they'll throw with Locke. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Shotgun snap to Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
380.
Here we go. Check 9.
On first down, it's Turner. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.